Field capacity is a soil phenomenon related to plant water availability and to the effect of gravity on water in soil. I saturated both these sponges and then allowed water to flow out under the influence of gravity, similar to what would happen in a soil after an irrigation or a rainfall event. Once the water has stopped flowing by gravity, at that point the soil is at field capacity, and in this case our sponges are at field capacity. The sponges are approximately the same size. The main difference is the size of the pores. So let's figure out what our field capacity in this soil is. We'll weigh this sponge, and when this sponge is at field capacity, it weighs 21.5 grams. Again, that's the weight of the sponge after all the water is flowed out by gravity that can. And now let's weigh our other sponge. This one weighs 36.2 grams. If we then remove all the water that we can, as a plant root would, extract water until our soil is at wilting point, or in this case, our sponges are as dry as they can be when we squeeze the water out of them. The weight of this sponge is now 4.1 grams. We'll take our other sponge and go through the same process. Removing all the water that I can by squeezing it, just as a plant would remove all the water that it can through its roots. And now let's weigh this sponge, which weighs 10 grams. In the case of these, we would say that they are now at wilting point. The plant has removed all the water that it can. The difference between field capacity and wilting point is the plant available water. And so in this case, the difference in the weight of the sponge after all the water drained out by gravity, and the weight of the sponge once I've squeezed the rest of the water out, that amount of water is the available water.